This is SCP-942, better known as blood candy. Let's do this, guys.
On a gray morning, its wood damp from the mist that clung to the streets.
Don't open it.
Do it! The old shopkeeper dragged it inside.
Don't do it.
Under his breath. Business had been slow.
Send it back to Walmart.
By a thread. Maybe this was some promotional miracle, or a mistake.
A mistake.
It groaned as it opened, nails straining against the wood. Inside sat a vending machine, like nothing he'd ever seen.
Ooh.
Mechanical and polished to a gleam, it had a presence that felt wrong. The glass dome at the top revealed rows of perfectly round candies, their colors so vibrant they seemed to glow. He tilted the machine slightly, spotting words engraved on the underside.
All right, guys, so that thing shows up at your front doorstep. Comment down below what you're doing. Personally, I'll be honest, I would open it. Sometimes I get Amazon packages that are for like my neighbor, and then I just get so excited by a package showing up at my door because it's like Christmas morning all over again. So I end up opening it anyway. And if I already do that with my neighbor's packages, I would probably do it with this as well. And then if it was candy, well, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think I would probably eat the candy. As much as you're not supposed to eat random stranger candy, I think I would do it. But yeah, comment down below what you guys would do. Don't do it, though, if it actually happens.
Try something different today. Sweet and candy red.
Candy red? Is that red 40? Red 40 bad. Causes autism.
Still, desperate times. He dusted off a corner near the front window and set the machine there. Its coin slot caught the light, winking at him like it knew something he didn't.
What?
The old man stared at it for a moment before fishing a coin from his pocket. One little test couldn't hurt. The coin clinked as it
Famous
slid.
last words.
He pulled the lever, and the machine whirred mechanically, spitting out a single candy into the tray below. It was perfect, round, red, and faintly glistening.
What kind of candy?
He rolled it in his palm before popping it into his mouth.
Is it like a chocolate?
Hit him like a revelation.
Or like a jelly bean?
Bloomed on his tongue, bright and irresistible.
Jawbreaker?
It was like every childhood memory condensed into
What is this candy? Bro has no idea, but he just took every drug combined into one. And there's also some silly juice in the center. So bro is high as a kite right now, and he has no idea.
Moment, he forgot the world, forgot the bills, forgot the empty streets outside.
What the heck?
Then it turned.
His hair grew back.
Soured, twisting into something sharp and metallic.
Oh.
His tongue burned, his throat tightening as if a fist had gripped it. His vision blurred.
Oh my God.
Tilting wildly around him. A pressure built in his chest, and his heart thudded like it was trying to escape. The whispers came next, soft at first, then getting louder. They skittered around his mind.
Yo!
His hands trembled, and he clawed at his shirt as though it might stop the suffocating.
Yo, what is going on?
Then came the blood.
The what?
First, he dismissed the wetness under his arms, thinking it was sweat from the pants.
Oh my God, what?
When he pulled his trembling hand away
He's
from his
bleeding
shirt,
from his
it was
pits!
slick and red.
He's bleeding from his armpits!
Felt like it.
Oh my God.
Down.
Bro.
Crimson stains seeped through his sleeves, pooling in the folds of his armpits. The sticky wetness spread to his toes, soaking his socks and dripping onto the wooden floor.
Oh my God!
He whispered.
Oh my but Jesus! Sweet baby Jesus!
The old man stumbled toward the mirror behind the counter, catching his
Oh, okay.
bloodshot eyes stared back at him.
Call a
veins
doctor.
bulging and red tears streaming down his face.
Maybe eat another candy?
A trail of red trickled from his nose, dripping onto the counter. The sight twisted his stomach, and he nearly collapsed as the whispers in his head grew
The
louder.
whispers?
His breath
What are
came
the
in short,
whispers?
sharp gasps. He tried to wipe the blood away.
Oh man!
Leaving crimson streaks on his pale skin.
This is my worst nightmare.
His legs gave
SCP,
out
come
and
true.
fell behind the counter, the whispers rising to a deafening roar in his ears. He stumbled backward, crashing into the shelves behind the counter. Glass jars rattled and fell, the sound barely registering. His knees buckled, and he collapsed onto the floor,
my
gasping
God.
for air as the whispers rose to a crescendo. Cold sweat dripped down his back, pooling around him as his body shook uncontrollably. The machine stood silent, its polished surface reflecting the shopkeeper's pale, horrified face. Hours passed before the shopkeeper
Okay, guys, so we just learned a little bit about the SCP. Now, it is living up to the name of blood candy because as soon as you eat it, it basically makes your entire body start bleeding from every single spot, from your pits, from your butt, from your eyeballs. There's no stopping it, it seems. But the weird part is that it was sweet at first, and he had all of these amazing memories, and it was basically like he just did like the best drug on planet Earth and was feeling all sorts of dopamine, and he was having good memories. And it like he grew his hair back and stuff. But then as soon as he reached the center, it got really sour and also started the infection of the blood candy. So I kind of wonder, right? Let's say I knew this thing was the blood candy. What if I just did like a little, I just gave it a little lick and then I felt good, you know, I felt like I was on cloud 9 and then I stopped. Like or better yet, guys, what if you bite into this candy? Because I do this weird thing, especially with like lollipops and sometimes jawbreakers. I will, you know, lick it for a little bit and then I'll crunch it to get to the center. Does anybody else do that? Because I've been told that I'm a psychopath for doing that. But what if you did that with this candy? Would that also, that would probably actually just kill me. Yeah, I think I'm dead if I do that.
Were stirred. He sat up slowly. His
Oh,
breath
he
shallow
lived?
and uneven.
What?
Every inch of him screamed with exhaustion.
Oh my God.
Heart racing as though it
I
might
thought bro
burst.
was already dead.
His throat was raw, and every breath felt like swallowing shards of glass.
Ouch.
The blood had dried, crusting over his skin and clothes. The whispers had faded, but they still echoed faintly in the corners of his mind. He staggered to his feet, gripping the counter for support. His eyes darted to the candy machine in the corner, its polished surface gleaming in the dim light.
Burn it with a flamethrower.
Innocent and inviting.
No.
Him.
Don't do it again,
A
dude.
sudden surge of anger jolted him into action. He grabbed a large garbage bag from behind the counter, the crinkle of the plastic loud in the stillness of the shop. With trembling hands, he approached the machine. His fingers hesitated on the glass dome containing
I wouldn't
the
even
candies.
touch that
The
thing.
whispers that had haunted him surged in his mind, spurring him forward. He yanked the dome off with a sharp pull. The
What are you
glass cooled
gonna
and
do?
unnervingly smooth under his fingers. It felt heavier than he'd expected. Or maybe that was just the weight of the fear gnawing at him. One by one, the gumballs tumbled into the bag, their faintly shimmering surfaces catching the light as they fell in an almost hypnotic cascade.
Get rid of that
Shopkeeper tightened
silly
the bag
candy.
with a savage twist, tying it shut with a knot that his shaking hands barely managed. He marched to the alley behind the shop, each step driven by a mixture of determination and dread. The garbage bin stood there, rusting and leaning slightly to one side.
Why do I feel like something bad's gonna happen?
He threw the bag inside with more force than necessary, the gumballs rattling against the metal like sinister marbles.
Guys, I have a feeling that like other SCPs, when you try to get rid of them, because they are these like mythical sentient beings, it might just come back and or maybe the gumball machine fills up again with another whole thing of candy and it just keeps filling up and up and up and there's no way to actually get rid of it.
Slamming the lid shut.
Let's
he
see.
lingered for a moment, his breath coming in uneven gasps. The whispers in his mind seemed fainter now, but they weren't gone. Back inside the shop, his gaze drifted back to the machine.
Go to a doctor!
Sat on the counter
What are you doing?
And for a moment, the temptation to destroy the machine entirely burned
You are
hot
bleeding
in his
out of
chest.
your pits! Go to a
The
doctor!
wrench, its weight familiar and reassuring in his grip.
Smash.
He stopped. His knuckles turned white as he stared at the machine.
Did
Its
it fill
presence
back up?
almost daring him to make the first move. What
What?
if destroying it made things worse? What if the whispers came back stronger?
It could.
The shopkeeper set the wrench down, his hands shaking. Not yet, he whispered to himself, backing away. The machine remained, gleaming silently, patient as ever.
Just
He
throw the
spread
wrench.
His arms, smearing dried blood into his sleeves. He could still feel the whispers slithering through his thoughts.
Oh, I do
Panic
not like
started to
this
grip
thing.
him. That night, he pulled
This is basically how I feel about Chipotle burritos, right? I am very addicted to Chipotle burritos. So any single time that I go to a Chipotle, I start hearing whispers to add guacamole and get extra cheese and get double meat. So I totally get what this guy's going through because I go through the same thing every day.
bolted the shop door and hid in the back room, far from the machine's gleaming temptation. But the next morning, when he mustered the courage to unlock the shop and face
Mustard.
the world, his heart sank. The machine was full.
I called it!
Replenished as though
Oh,
nothing
I'm
had
so
happened.
smart.
The polished surface seemed brighter. Its engraving. Try something different today. Sweet and candy red. Catching the light with unnerving cheer.
I swear to
The
God, if he
shopkeeper
eats
backed
another
away.
one,
He
I'm
swore
gonna
he heard
flip.
faint whispers as he fled to the back room. The shopkeeper's mind unraveled day by day. He barely left the back room, haunted by panic attacks and phantom voices.
What the
His wife
heck?
found him pacing, muttering under his breath, or staring blankly at the wall. "You're scaring the customers," she snapped, shoving an order book into his hands. "Stay here if you're going to be useless." She dismissed his warning.
Bro, why is the wife such an L? Why is she not, like, taking him to a doctor? Or, like, I don't know, hiring some sort of psychiatrist to come and see what's going on? Like, this is supposed to be your husband, not, like, you know, just the dude that's homeless that you're just watching after. This guy clearly is psychotic and needs help.
Nonsense. Overwork, she told herself. A man his age running a shop without help was bound to take a toll.
No,
To
it's
her,
the
machine was a
candy.
blessing.
Can he not
Customers were
talk about
curious,
it?
Drawn to its sleek
No.
design and the novelty of its candies.
Oh my God.
Sales
He didn't
were
tell
up,
anybody.
And she had no intention of getting rid of it. One sunny afternoon,
Are you
a young
serious?
boy walked into the shop with his mother. He
Wait, I'm so confused because if she's selling the candy and the guy that first ate it, the shop owner, ate the candy, I guess he can't talk about it. Just like he wasn't able to destroy it, the whispers are telling him that he can't destroy it, and maybe the whispers are telling him that he can't tell anybody what happened so that the SCP can keep selling more gumballs and then keep spreading to as many people as possible. Now, the only thing that I'm curious about is that he took one, like, suck of the ball, and then he immediately started, like, feeling all of these different feelings, and then started bleeding out of his armpits. He was bleeding from his pits. So why is that not happening to anybody else?
barely noticed the jars of licorice or the rows of sugar sticks. His attention locked onto the vending machine. His small hands clenched his mother's skirt, his voice rising in excitement. "I want that one," he said,
you don't.
pointing at the machine.
Idiot.
His mother frowned.
Dummy.
"Plenty of candy at home."
Yeah, good.
"But I don't have that
W
one."
mom.
The boy
Oh my God,
laughed,
L kid.
tugging harder. His voice grew louder with every protest, drawing glances from other customers. The mother sighed, digging into her purse for a coin.
No.
"Fine," she said, her
No.
tone weary. She dropped the
You
coin into his
fool.
eager palm.
You
"But you're
numbskull.
not eating it until after dinner. Understand?"
Oh my gosh,
The boy
no.
nodded, already bounding toward the machine.
He's gonna
The
sneak
coin
it.
clinked
I
into
already
the
know.
slot, and he pulled the lever with all
I would
his
do the
might.
same.
A single candy dropped into the dispenser. He plucked
He's
it out,
dead.
holding it up like a prize.
Death by candy
The
bottle.
shimmered faintly, its surface glossy and vibrant, almost too perfect.
Why do I want to try the
Choked,
candy?
clutching it tightly as they left the shop. The shopkeeper's wife watched them go, shaking her head. "Kids and their sweets," she muttered, turning back to the counter. She didn't notice the faint hum that lingered in the air, nor the way the machine's lever reset itself, ready
Oh my
for
God.
the next customer.
Oh,
That evening, the boy bolted
Oh,
to his dinner, his blood powdering
no.
against the plate as he devoured the meal with all the grace of a starved animal. "Can I have it now?" he asked, his mouth still half full.
bro needs his candy.
Exchanging a glance
He's
with his
so
father
hype.
before nodding. "Go ahead," she said, "but brush your teeth after."
Oh
The boy
my
didn't wait for
gosh.
further permission. He sprinted to his room, slamming the door behind him. Perched on his bed, he pulled the candy from his pocket. The wrapper crinkled as he took it off, the sound sharp and electric in the quiet room. He held the candy up, turning it in his fingers, marveling at the faint shimmer. With a triumphant grin, he popped it into his mouth.
Don't do it. You're gonna get
Sweetness
diabetes
seemed like a
and
tidal
bloody
wave, A
armpits.
syrupy explosion of flavor that made his eyes water.
Bro's hooked.
Savoring it. But then, it changed.
No.
The sweetness soured, turning sharp and metallic.
Oh man.
Bitterness clawed.
So I was kind of hoping that the SCP only affected adults because there are some SCPs, kind of similar to like Dr. Wondertainment's SCPs, that only really affect adults. But this one seems like it doesn't care whether you're 4 years old or a 97-year-old grandma. You're cooked as soon as you eat it.
At the back of his throat, and his stomach churned. Suddenly, a jolt of pain shot through
Oh
him like an electric shock.
no!
His fingers twitched uncontrollably,
Oh,
dropping the candy wrapper
man.
onto the floor. Then, the
Oh
whispers
my
began.
goodness, not the
They were faint at
whispers!
first, a low murmur brushing the edges of
That's
his
so creepy
consciousness.
with all of the stuffed animals.
Insistent, like a cacophony of voices speaking in a language.
Oh, not the cacophony of voices!
His hands shot to his ears, trying to block out the noise, but it was inside his head, crawling under his skin. Stop!
Oh, this poor child.
And cracked. Make it stop! The shadows in his room seemed to move.
Go to your mom.
Cars, neatly lined up on the shelf, rattled as if an unseen hand had brushed against them.
So I'm guessing that because this happens, the parents are probably going to contact a doctor, unlike the L wife from earlier. So that's probably where the SCP Foundation is going to first discover that this thing actually exists.
His favorite stuffed bear toppled from the bed, its button eyes glinting eerily in the dim light.
Okay.
He scrambled backward, his breath coming in ragged gasps, but there was nowhere to go.
That is terrifying.
Blood under his arms, seeping through his shirt and
oh
dark stains
no!
on his pajama sleeves.
That's so traumatizing.
Red and damp, sticky with the crimson sheen that spread to the carpet.
Oh, I don't like this anymore. This is nightmare fuel.
Mom! He shrieked, but the words were barely coherent. He doubled over, his stomach twisting.
Oh,
his nose,
that is so bad.
His skin glistened with sweat, streaked with faint trails of crimson. The door burst open, and his parents rushed.
Okay, somebody help!
Froze in the doorway, her hands. Oh my God! She gasped.
Yeah.
His father darted forward, grabbing the boy's trembling shoulders.
Bro, somebody get a doctor!
He yelled, his voice rising with panic. The boy clawed at his father's arms, his wide eyes darting around the room, as though he were seeing something. It's here. He choked out, his voice.
What is?
It's here.
This is like Stranger Things with the mind flayer.
Sweet smell lingering in the air. The mother picked it up with trembling fingers, staring at it as if it held the answer. But the glossy paper offered no clues, only the lingering promise of something sweet and candy red. The boy's cries echoed through the neighborhood that night.
Oh my goodness.
Barely masking the chaos.
It literally is like he's in the Upside Down.
Had heard the story, or some version of it. Whispers swirled in the corners of the diner and at the general store. Did you hear about that boy?
Oh wow.
Leaning in as if the details might vanish if spoken too loudly. Blood everywhere, they say. And the candy from that machine, another neighbor would add, hushed but eager. The candy shop itself seemed to hold its breath. Fewer parents dared to enter, casting wary glances at the vending machine through the window. But their children, wide-eyed and curious, couldn't resist pressing their noses to the glass.
Give me the Satan candy now!
This time, it was a shy girl with pigtails, her cheeks flushed as she clutched a few coins in her tiny hand.
That's Wednesday Addams.
Every penny of her allowance, eyeing the forbidden candy with growing curiosity each time she passed the shop.
Are you stupid or are you an idiot?
Her mother lingered in the bookstore next door, engrossed in a discussion about the latest novel. The girl seized the moment.
Are you actually kidding me right now? That, like, a child, everybody knows that he ate the forbidden candy, and then now no police, no doctor said anything about, like, hey, like, we should probably remove this candy from the candy shop. But, like, maybe the candy didn't do anything, because it is kind of crazy to think that candy could do that. However, if there's a small chance that there's poisonous drug candy inside of a candy shop, you would think somebody would go in and remove it. Simple as that.
Slipping into the shop as quietly as a shadow. The shopkeeper's wife sat at the counter, poring over a stack of receipts. She barely looked up as the girl approached the vending machine. The girl hesitated, her heart pounding as she slid the candy
whatever,
into the
just
slot.
do it.
The lever felt cold in her
Your
small
fate
hand.
is sealed.
She pulled it, her breath catching as the candy tumbled into the dispenser. She picked it up, gazing at its shimmering surface.
Death by idiot.
She thought she heard a faint hum, but she brushed it off and darted out of the shop, her prize clutched tightly. That night, her parents found her curled under her bed, her hands and feet
of
crusted
course.
with dried blood. The metallic smell
she messed around and she found out.
First, they thought she'd hurt herself, but a frantic inspection revealed no injuries,
just blood coming from the pits
and drying in thick crimson streaks. Sweetheart, her mother whispered, kneeling to meet her daughter's hollow stare. What happened? The girl didn't answer. Her lips moved.
I do not like blood either, guys. This is so bad. I hate this video.
Tears streamed from her bloodshot eyes, staining her cheeks red. Her parents exchanged terrified glances, their child trembling and unresponsive in their arms. The town's unease deepened when the next incident followed just days later.
What?
Boy, known for his boldness and love of adventure,
How many
used his
people
pocket
are
money
gonna
to buy
eat the
candy.
forbidden
He was
devil
last seen
candy?
stuffing it into his mouth as he walked toward the woods,
What?
a wide grin on his face.
Seriously?
Hours passed before his family found him, barefoot and wandering aimlessly through the trees. His clothes were torn,
What?
his skin streaked with dirt and blood. His
Why was it
face
torn?
pale, his expression blank.
Huh.
Son, what happened to you?
I ate the candy, Dad. I ate it.
His voice shaking. The boy blinked, his eyes unfocused. His lips quivered as he whispered,
I don't know.
His father's grip tightened.
What do you mean you don't know? Where have you been?
The boy looked down at his hands, coated in blood. He held them up, trembling.
Who am I?
He asked softly.
What?
His parents stepped back in horror. The boy didn't seem to recognize them.
Is that why nobody knows that it was the candy? Because maybe nobody remembers themselves or anything about themselves after they eat the candy, which would make a lot more sense. But the mom of the first kid did find the wrapper, so I feel like that might have been a good clue to know that, I don't know, the candy did something weird.
Or himself. There were no injuries, no explanation for the blood, only silence, broken by the boy's ragged breathing and his mother's sobs. The shop became a cursed place. Parents yanked their children away from the windows.
Get
warning
away,
growing
Timmy!
sharper.
Stay away from there. Do you hear me?
A chorus of yes,
Okay,
ma'am,
finally.
and yes, sir. Followed,
People
but the
are
children's
listening.
eyes still darted toward the machine. Their
Oh my
curiosity
god,
gnawing
bro.
at them.
All these kids are
The
fat.
shopkeeper's wife was no fool. She noticed the dwindling foot traffic and the fearful glances.
It's just a machine.
She muttered,
Where is your husband?
sweeping the floor.
Is he good?
That's when the shopkeeper's wife remembered something strange. No matter how many candies the machine dispensed, by morning, its glass dome was full again.
You just noticed
She chalked
that?
it up to a trick of the mind. Perhaps she hadn't been paying attention. But that same night, after locking up, she emptied the dome herself, pouring every last gumball into a tin bucket.
Okay,
She carried
finally.
the bucket to the back room, stuffing it into a cupboard and locking the door for good measure. The next morning, the dome was full again. She froze, staring at the machine as a chill crept up her spine.
All right, now go talk to your husband and ask if he did it.
Shimmer under the dim shop lights, the coin slot almost beckoning at her. Her hand reached out, trembling slightly, but she pulled back at the last second.
Just my imagination.
No,
whispered,
what? No,
trying to
no,
steady
no.
her breath.
Listen to yourself.
But deep
No.
down, she knew better. That night, she left the shop lights on. Meanwhile, the rumors reached further than the town, carried by concerned whispers and unsettling reports. Parents spoke of children drenched in blood that wasn't theirs, of panic attacks and hallucinations. The stories of missing children and bizarre deaths eventually caught the attention of the SCP Foundation.
Finally.
One crisp
Okay, we
morning,
got the
2 men in
professionals
dark
here,
suits
guys.
Entered the shop. Their voices were calm, their questions pointed.
Ooh,
They
Scarface.
introduced themselves as government officials conducting a safety inspection.
We've heard reports of strange occurrences linked to this machine.
One said, his eyes fixed on the vending contraption. The shopkeeper's wife hesitated.
It's just a candy machine.
She said weakly. Her voice faltered. The whispers had kept her awake for nights, and the memory of the refilled dome haunted her. The men exchanged a glance.
We'd like to take it for further examination,
The other said.
for public safety.
Relief and dread warred within her.
Take it.
She said quickly, almost too eagerly. The Foundation agents moved with precision. A containment team arrived within the hour, disassembling the machine piece by piece. Despite its mechanical simplicity, the process was far from ordinary. The polished exterior resisted their tools, the lever locked stubbornly in place until they used specialized equipment to disable it.
Huh.
As the machine was packed into
did
a
it.
reinforced crate, one agent held up the base, revealing the inscription. Try something different today, sweet and candy red. The phrase dripped with irony, given the chaos it had caused. The shopkeeper and his wife were escorted into a back room. Their memories of the machine, the candy, and the horrors it had unleashed were erased with a simple injection.
Okay, good. Boom, they got Men in Black mind wiped.
The next morning with
That's
only a
for the
faint
best.
sense of something missing. The machine was transported to a secure Foundation site, its mysteries far from solved. Researchers marveled at its infinite supply of candy, its indestructible mechanisms, and the faint hum it emitted in the quiet of the observation chamber.
Where did it come from?
One researcher mused aloud, staring at the refilled dome.
Probably
No one answered.
Walmart.
The machine sat silent, its polished surface reflecting the sterile lights of the containment room. For now, it was contained. But as the whispers began to creep through the facility's halls, one thing became clear. This anomaly, now formally designated SCP-942, was far from finished. The
What?
machine, now officially labeled
Wait a second.
SCP-942-2, was wheeled into a reinforced chamber under the watchful eyes of armed guards and nervous researchers. It sat in the center of the brightly lit room, gleaming under the fluorescent lights.
Is it going
Weeks
to
it remained
evolve?
still, silent, and yet undeniably ominous. Researchers set up constant surveillance. Cameras captured every angle of the machine, but it offered no answers.
This is
The
so
dome
weird.
filled itself each night with the same crimson-tinted candies. There was no observable mechanism, no hidden compartment. The candies simply appeared.
Okay, so
One
there's like a
researcher
black
stared at
hole
the
pocket
monitor,
dimension.
Their voice tinged with unease.
It's like it's taunting us.
Another shrugged,
Eat
trying to mask their
me.
own nerves. Or just showing off. The candies, now designated SCP-942-1, were subjected to rigorous analysis. Their composition
what are
seemed
they?
ordinary at first. Sugar, artificial flavoring, food
Okay.
dye.
Yeah,
But their
delicious.
effects on living subjects told a much darker story.
So what is the secret
Plus
ingredient?
Personnel were brought in for testing. Each was handed a single candy, instructed
Oh,
to consume
no.
it, and monitored closely.
These D-class
Subject put it
personnel.
into their mouth,
No,
chewing
just
slowly.
lick it.
At first, their expression brightened.
Tastes amazing.
They murmured, a faint smile tugging at their lips. But
E-
within moments, their
Ah,
demeanor
no.
shifted. Their
Another
hands
one
trembled,
bites the dust.
their breathing quickened. They clutched their head, muttering incoherently. Then the screaming began.
But the thing is, they don't
The
die.
researcher barked.
It just
but
messes
was
up their
too late.
brain.
The subject collapsed, convulsing violently before falling into unconsciousness. The pattern was clear. SCP-942-1 wasn't just candy. It was a weapon, disguised as a treat. Despite strict protocols, curiosity proved to be a dangerous weakness. During a routine experiment, one researcher, fatigued and frustrated,
No.
decided to taste
Are you,
SCP-942-1
are you
themselves.
actually dumb? Guys, okay, you literally work at the SCP Foundation. You are a doctor. You probably have PhDs. You've been in school forever. What are you doing? You literally know what this thing does, and you're willingly going to go and take it? Go somewhere else. Go anywhere else. Get a Feastables. I don't care what you do. Why would you ever, in a bajillion years, eat an SCP? That is top-tier dumb behavior.
Whether it was a lapse in judgment or an act of defiance, the result was the same.
No, you're just an
The moment
idiot.
they bit into the candy, their eyes widened.
Oh
At
my
first,
god. I
they
get it
seemed
though.
fine.
I might try it too,
Then they
actually.
weren't. Their breathing turned erratic. They clawed at their arms, leaving deep red streaks. As
Ah.
they screamed about shadows moving. in the corners
Oh
of the room.
my god.
They stumbled into equipment, their voice rising.
Oh
in
no no
despair.
no 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 no.
Watching. They're
Make it
everywhere.
stop.
They shrieked before collapsing
Oh,
onto the floor,
God.
twitching and muttering incoherently.
I don't like this
The
anymore.
incident left the observation team shaken.
That's why we have protocols.
The lead researcher said coldly, though their voice betrayed a hint of fear. The researcher was sedated and taken for observation. Their prognosis was grim. Weeks turned into months, but the Foundation's brightest minds were no closer to understanding SCP-942-2.
They have no
Machine's
idea.
ability to replenish candy remained a mystery. It defied every attempt to probe its inner workings. X-rays showed nothing unusual. Attempts to dismantle it were met with failure, as tools shattered against its metal frame. SCP-942-2 remains contained in its reinforced chamber, monitored day and night. The candies are carefully cataloged, each piece treated as a potential threat. Researchers continue their experiments, but the anomaly remains an enigma. For now, SCP-942-2 sits silently, its polished surface reflecting the sterile glow of the lab. The candies inside gleam invitingly, their crimson hues promising sweetness and something far more sinister. Whatever its purpose, one thing is certain. This machine, with its endless supply of SCP-942-1, is determined to
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Be on the lookout for the Blood Candy SCP, and I hope everybody stays safe out there. And if you want to learn about more SCPs, click right here.